Tank pay-per-view. Come on. If he ain't retired in 5 years, me and Tank pay-per-view.
That's what's going on.
That's what's going on. And if he is retired, me and Kamel Moten pay-per-view 5 years.
That's what you calling out about Kamel?
Oh yeah, me and Kamel got to fight, bro. We built my name, and yeah, we gonna fight. I love it. Do I think Kamel overhyped? I think he got skills. Do I think I can beat him? Yes, I think I can beat him.
Like, did you knock him out or did you beat him?
Whatever happens, happens. That's a question mark, but we're gonna fight though.
Benjamin Smith Jr., man. Y'all follow my guy on all platforms. No, this is not the end of the pod, but I want to make sure we plug him in so you guys can, follow him on platforms. Can you shout out what's your Instagram name? Your name on Instagram?
My Instagram is Benji Bankroll, BNJI, Bankroll, BANKROLL. My YouTube is Benji the Boxer. And then you can follow me on Snapchat, same thing, Benji Bankroll.
Young, up-and-coming Polk County superstar fighter, man. He's very level-headed. He's very humble. He's very grounded, right? He's a dog. He's an animal. He's a competitor. He's all these things that you want in a young male in general, man. And he's locked in. He got the right people around him, man. So it's dope, man. And we're not wrapping this up, but we are definitely excited to have you on this platform, man.
Appreciate it.
It's been nothing but love and game, man. It's going to continue to be that way. We appreciate you, man.
I got a question for you, bro. You said you eat good. What's your favorite food, right? Because we eat different. We black guys.
Yeah.
What's you a candy yam? You baked beans?
Oh, I like it all, man. I eat everything,
Come
man.
on, man. Give me the thing, man. Fried chicken.
Fried chicken, pasta.
Let's go! Lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. Sun on my face, it's a lovely day, lovely day, lovely day.
Man, welcome to the Boat Club Podcast, man. Co-host EJ West, the big man, OJ, Brandon Moore, Bam.
You feel me? Special guest, Benji Bankroll. Bankroll, yes sir.
Special guest, man, Benjamin Smith Jr., man. Up-and-coming pro debut fighter, 3-time Florida State champion, 2-time Florida Golden Glove champion, which is huge, man. He's been boxing for, 3 years now?
Yep, 3 years.
3 years now, man. So to have those achievements under his belt 3 years into the sport is crazy, man. So we appreciate you joining us.
Yes, sir.
First and foremost, man.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Yes.
So to get into it, man, we're not going, very informal, with smooth flowing. Out the gate, man, let's talk about the current boxing fights, man. We had Bivol versus Better BS.
Yeah, before we go there, right? I always try to ask this question when we first get on the boat, just to see what the vibe is. Have you ever been on a boat before?
I ain't never been on a boat, man.
Nah, man. So what's your first take on it?
Oh, I'm loving it, man. It's a vibe. It set the tone.
Yeah?
Good energy, man.
Laid back.
That's real. So what's your thought on the scenery? Like, tell us a little bit more. Like, I know you ain't never been on one. You the first one, like, and your family be on one. Like, tell us the vibe. Like,
I love the scenery, man. We around big houses, nothing but motivation.
that's
We're
real.
on the water where it's peaceful, so you can't beat that.
Okay.
Yes, sir. But yeah, man, I think the dopest thing is, man, just having the opportunity to get out, man, chasing your dreams. Like I said, man, he's been boxing for 3 years now. To achieve what you've achieved in such a short span is the dopest thing ever, man. Brandon shared with me your page 2 weeks ago. I'm a fan already, from the motivational, things that you post on your channel. Seeing this man train in the rain. We got a hurricane coming. He's out running, getting miles in, man.
Yeah.
So to start off with that, man, talk about, bro, where does your work ethic come from? Where does your drive come from? Where does your passion come from? Because you're 21, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So 21, 3 years in the sport of boxing, to be locked in how you are, bro, that's not common. You know what I'm saying? So who instilled that in you? Would you give that to your mother, your father, peers that you've seen growing up? What really inspired you to have that, that work ethic so early on?
I think that work ethic was in me from the jump. I think I always been a youngin', a go-getter, somebody to go get it. Being being a small guy or being the smallest on the team as growing up, you know, like, you know, you had to work extra harder, especially than the bigger guys. So I always, you know, knew that I had to work 10 times harder. So that work ethic always was in me.
That's real, man. So you saying it's second nature to you, man. That's what's up.
That's real.
Man.
That's real. That's
And
real.
it shows. Like I said, man, his pro fight has been postponed as of now, so we're not sure on that date. He was initially scheduled for October 25th, which was going to be huge. So right now we're waiting to see, you know, when his pro debut is going to be still. But please stay tuned, man. He's still going to be fighting soon. And just talk about, you know, we know you play high school basketball, man. Shout out to Bartow, man. He played basketball at Bartow, which is a juggernaut basketball team. Anybody in the Polk County area, Bartow's always been winning, man. Shout out to Coach McGriff, man. Whatever he's doing, you know, clearly is working. What would you say, or would you say that you can take a lot that you've gotten from the sport of basketball and transition or correlated that to the sport of boxing?
Oh yeah, 100%. We worked on a lot of footwork and just basketball in general. It's a very athletic sport, a very competing sport, and you use everything on your body. So I think that was a big difference when it came to like me like transferring that to boxing for sure.
That's dope, man.
So let me ask you this, right? So, you know, I'm a former basketball player, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm a hooper, you know, we go hard, we talk that trash, this, that, and the third. Like, I mean, say you've been boxing now for 3 years, and like, what's the, like, 3 or 4 years? 3 or 4 years? Okay, 4 years. What's the, like, the work like compared to basketball to boxing?
So the work, like, boxing is much harder.
Yeah.
Just because I think it's a one-man thing, and you got to kind of depend on yourself when you get in there.
That's real.
With a team, with basketball, it's like you can have an off night or whatever, and your team pick up your slack.
Okay.
In boxing, you have an off night. That could be
a knockout.
A loss, a knockout loss.
Off night, literally, right?
Exactly.
Literally.
That's how you getting paid. So I think, boxing is definitely much harder. I think mentally it's just much harder.
So like, what's a big motivational piece that, like, what motivates you to box? Like, how did you even find boxing? Like, I mean, you said you played basketball, so did you just stop playing basketball to go to boxing? Did you just find boxing? Like, how did you find it? Like, what happened?
So a big motivation to me was boxing when they tried to make me play JV again at Bartow in 11th grade. They tried to make me play JV basketball.
We ain't doing that. Shout out to Nino, man.
Shout out to Coach McGriff, you know, great coach. But I remember one day he was in practice and, you know, we was choosing teams, whatever. He told me, you know, I was the weakest link in front of everybody.
Oh man.
No.
That's the moral out.
That killed my spirit a little bit.
So you know McGriff missed the Bartow, you feel me? He missed the Bartow of the year, you know what I'm saying? Now you being kind of you becoming a higher profile boxer, like, how does, you know, him saying that to you kind of, you know, motivate you right now in your boxing? Like, I mean, bro, you really are like one of the best boxers in Polk County, coming out of Florida type thing, you know, won national tournament. Like, how was that for you? Like, you know what I'm saying?
So that was a big motivation. I think that experience, that whole basketball experience was a big motivation. Like I say, I used to get teased and bullied growing up, so all that pain, I use it for passion now.
Okay.
And it just fueled me. It gave me fire every time I step in the ring.
So what would you tell McGriff right now if you could tell him anything?
I tell him, man, I told you.
Yeah! That's real.
And it's crazy. Like, what a coincidence that I became a boxer after being told I was the weakest link. One of the hardest sports, you know. So it's huge, man.
But let's give credit to. We often like to shout out adversity here on this platform, right? Because that in itself is adversity, right?
Heck,
because growing up, we hoop, right? So when ball is life, literally, to be told you're not good enough on a platform where you're working hard, right? You've always said hard work was something that just came, you know, second nature to you, right? Where most kids or most men or most adults in life would have given up and said, man, you could have done anything, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
We're in Polk County. You could have resorted to, you know, selling, fighting, game. You could have done anything, but, you know, hats off to you because you pivoted from one platform to the next. And not only that, bro, like, when you showed me you had only been boxing for 3 years, it was hard to believe because you're skilled.
Yeah.
Because you're technical.
Yeah.
Right? And that takes, you usually see that in kids
Yeah.
that picked up the sport at, the age of 7. So I want to give you your flowers because shout out to adversity, but way to pivot. Right? Way to pivot. You could have easily done whatever, right? And what we talk about on this platform and what we want to talk to you about is fatherhood. Right? Fatherhood is everything, right? I'm talking about the first 10 seconds of meeting the young man, right? Hey, he dapped us up. Thank you for the opportunity. Appreciate you for the opportunity, man. You know what I'm saying? He was very graceful, even in his greeting.
Definitely.
Right? This is a world-class fighter, bro. So talk about, I know your mother and your father's in your life. Talk about what you believe that impact has had on your upbringing and how you carry yourself right now.
Yeah, I think having my mother in the fire was a big impact on how I move and respect to others, whether it's women or males.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, my parents had a big help on my upbringing.
That's
Sure.
dope.
A lot of butt whoopings growing up. You
Lot of butt
built the ass.
whoopings. A lot of butt whoopings. lot of discipline.
What's one of the biggest things your father taught you?
To respect everyone. Don't ever look down on no man.
Yeah.
Any man, no matter if he's smaller than you or whatever. Respect everyone the same, whether he's a little kid or he a grown.
I feel
respect
that.
everyone. So I just take that everywhere I go. That's why I'm thank you, and I may say it like 4 or 5 times.
That's real.
Just to show you that I really appreciate it, bro.
What also keeps you humble? Like, cause mind you, right? You in a sport that you can put your hands on somebody and do it to them. And I know you gotta have that feeling. But what also keeps you humble and grounded to kind of not like let that get to you? Cause like, I'm around you a little bit, and I noticed like you're a high profile boxer.
Yeah. 100%.
Like what keeps you grounded?
Knowing my past and where I came from.
That's real.
It keeps you grounded. Like, man, I'm not gonna get complacent, but I'm also grateful for where I'm at.
Yeah.
Real, man.
And every day I'm just thankful. I'm thankful just to be able to wake up, just the little things. I'm thankful for just to be able to wake up and just get another opportunity at life. It's huge, bro. So I'm very grateful. For sure.
I feel you. Okay.
And to have that perspective at 21, bro. Being on the stage you are, you know what I'm saying, will most definitely be assigned to a promotional company sooner than later. You know what I'm saying? That is the dopest thing you can have is that mindset because we see in a lot of youth, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure you see other kids around you in the boxing gym space that, may not have that mindset, right? May be a little on the wild end and not be able to dial it back. So, you know what I'm saying? We shout out, fatherhood, motherhood, just having parents, right? We shout out mental health. Right, you can tell that you had, right conversations in your ear, and we often plug mental health because again, check on your guys, right? The power of conversation. You heal through conversation and interactions. You never know what someone's going through, unless you talk about it. So don't be afraid to open up that conversation because you never know who you are helping, right? You never know who's going through what. So we'll plug this each and every time because this is so pivotal, right? These guys are pro boxers on the biggest stages, right? So if anybody needs mental health, there's guys that are putting their reputation on the line at the biggest stages. It's one thing to lose a basketball game or a football game. It's another to lose a fight, right? It's another to be going to war on the biggest stage. So tap into your mental health. You may not have a boat, right? We always say go walk on the park, right? Go have a drink with your guy. Go do whatever you do, but
have them conversations.
Make sure you're having those conversations because that matters, man. That's huge. So the next question I want to ask you, man, is in terms of maybe a current fighter or a past fighter, who do you look up to? Who do you try to mold or take some of their tools into your bag in terms of boxing, man? Who do you look up to?
Floyd Mayweather, Sugar Ray Leonard, Andre Ward. Just very smart, intelligent fighters. Yeah. And then Floyd as a fighter, Floyd was amazing, but also on the business side, the way he marketed himself and made it like money and caught everybody's attention. That character that he persona played as was he played that role very well. So I look up to that as like very marketing tool. You know what I'm saying? So as you can see, I put bankroll in my name. That's kind of like where it's coming from.
What does Benji Bankroll mean for real?
Man,
You're a marketing genius early at 21.
That's
man.
what it is.
In, man.
We gotta go get to the bag, man. They ain't gonna take care of you after boxing anyway. So
That's real.
That's fair game.
So we asked on the last podcast. We asked what people invest in. Like, so what do you invest in?
I invest in myself ultimately. I think that's very important. The money and all that will come. That come with what you love to do and your passion for something. But you got to invest in yourself first. You got to put time into what you want to do.
What's the game on that? What does it mean to invest in yourself to you?
What it means to invest in yourself is to put the work in, put the time in for whatever you want out of life.
Yes, sir.
Your purpose, just find something you truly want to do and go after it.
How blessed do you feel for finding boxing? You know what I'm saying? Like me, I found boxing late, kind of like you. And like right now, I don't know what I would have been doing if I didn't box, So I always ask my guys, that found boxing late, like, what's your feel on finding boxing late?
Like I say, I'm grateful. It's just crazy that how far I've become in just a short amount of time. So sometimes I get caught up in like myself, like, dang, bro, all this happening so fast. But yeah, like I say, I'm truly grateful. And boxing mean a lot to me. It gave me a purpose in life. It gave me something to go after, like stay in shape, Cause without boxing, man, I don't know where I'd be, man.
Shout out to God, man.
Yeah,
shout
always.
Shout out to God and divine intervention, man. We're talking prior to recording, and we're talking about how you started boxing. You don't even know how you got into it.
Found it!
Right. That's something.
Shout out to God, man. Like that is the dopest thing ever, right? Yeah. So just being a competitor. He don't even remember how he got into it, but you wake up one day,
boom, that's where you at.
And you getting accolades, you winning this, you winning that, you winning everything, right?
Yeah. My auntie took me in 2020, and from that day I just been consistent, man, and stayed on the grind.
Did you ask your auntie to take you, or like how did that happen?
So I was watching Floyd. I had stopped playing basketball, and I was watching Floyd for like 4 or 5 months, just trying to get the concept of boxing, because, like I said, I never knew nothing about boxing. The only fight I watched was Floyd versus Pacquiao. That's the only boxing fight I ever watched.
Crazy.
And so yeah, I was watching Floyd for like 4 or 5 months and trying to get the concept of it, just the basic. And why not watch Floyd? One of the greatest. So I was doing that, and time fly, and I just asked my auntie, can you just take me to the boxing gym? So she took me to this boxing gym. We drove like 4 or 5 times up and down the road because we couldn't find it. It was like in a little back area.
Yeah.
And we finally found it on the 5th time, and just from there I just been consistent. And I trained that day too at the boxing gym. Bro. My first day in, I was watching everybody.
Shout out to God. Yeah. Shout out to God.
So on a side note, right? I'm a bandwagon guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna jump on the bandwagon. This is a total side note, man. What's your take on Colorado football, man? Deion, what he doing out there? You feel me? Are you a Colorado fan? I am. I'm a bandwagon.
I definitely am. Most definitely.
I ain't gonna lie, yeah. You can see I like everybody. Whoever winning, that's it.
Yeah.
I ain't got no team, man.
That's real.
That's what we root for.
Yeah,
man.
we winners, man. Winners
win.
Did you watch any sports this weekend?
I watched boxing.
Okay, who did you watch?
Bivol versus Better BF.
Okay, what'd you think about that fight? Because a lot of people kind of went uproar about the decision and this, that, and that. What was your thought about it?
Very good fight. I think Bivol, them last 4 rounds was pivotal in that fight. I think Bivol let it slip. Even though I still think he edged it out, he let that fight slip. It could have went either way after them 4 rounds. Yeah. So, but I think it should be a rematch for sure. Yeah. And I think Bivol will get him in a rematch. I think he made the right adjustments. He'll get him in the rematch.
So I'm not a boxer, y'all are boxers, right? And one thing that is a consistent narrative in the sport of boxing is robberies, right? So like, give me y'all's take, bro. You can be doing everything right in a fight, right? We done seen some highway robberies. Yeah. I done seen Rolly win some fights. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Like, man, let me get on this one.
Ain't no way. So like, you're risking your life, right? In a sport that's very dangerous, 1. 2, depending on who's judging that fight, they're looking at something totally different. So what is the general consensus of like, how do you win a round? What do you think, you know what I'm saying? What does it take to win a round? From the untrained eye, you know, hit, not get hit, but you've seen guys hit more times, not get hit, but get hit with two maybe tough shots and they edge the round now. So how do you, what is it? Basketball, we know is 2 to 2, 3 to 3.
Yeah.
Football, you know, field goals, 3 touchdowns, 6 field goals, extra point 7.
Yeah.
Like, how do you do that, bro? How do you?
My take on that is, man, bro, boxing is bro, imagine, we're talking about boxing, right? But there's another word that comes with boxing.
Give me that.
It's called boxing, and there's fighting.
Mm-hmm.
It's a boxing fight. You got to win both of those things.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just be in there boxing thinking that you're going to win the fight.
Nah.
They're two different things. You got to be able to fight, and you got to be able to box. And that's what happened this weekend, you know. Did I think Bivol won? I did. I thought he won at boxing. But did he win the fight?
Yeah, that's the question.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so what's your take on that?
Somebody could easily spin it and say, hey, yeah, he won the fight, but he won, this is the sport of boxing.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Yeah.
So how do we?
If you look at Bivol's face, and you look at, you know, Better Be There face, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, Bivol's face was kind of touched up a little bit. Better Be kind of looked clean.
Yeah.
So it's who won? Like, maybe I mean, it's boxing and fighting. It's both of those things. Like, I mean, if I'm looking at it just boxing, Bivol won. If I look at the fight, Better Be There won.
That's the scary thing about boxing.
Who wants to?
That's scary, bro. It's like, at the end of the day, essentially we're saying you flip a coin, right? You flip a coin.
Real deal.
Depending on who's judging it, how they looking, you know, where they grew up at.
Exactly. Yeah, they definitely gonna go with what style they cater to the most, what style they like to watch the most. Even though if the boxer winning, they may like the pressure fighter. Yeah. So he gonna get an edge, you know. So.
Real deal. So what does your day-to-day look like? Like, how, like, you wake up, like, you know, you got to make weight. How is weight cuts? How is training? Who's your coach? What does he mean to you? Give us that little overview of your life.
So my day-to-day, man, if I ain't on the way to the gym, I'm at the gym. You know, that's me, man. The grind.
Can we clip that right
there?
there?
Yeah, say that again.
Say that one more time, little bro. If I ain't on the way to the gym, I'm gonna let you say it. Say that one more time, little bro.
If I ain't on the way to the gym, I'm at the gym. You know, it's a daily grind, man.
Real. That's real. So you came from basketball, like, weight cuts. Is it hard?
Weight cuts is hard at first. Learning how to, like, just stay disciplined for 3 or 4 weeks and change your diet, eat right. It was hard at first, and then you realize this will come with it, and you chose it. So excuses out the window, you know. So I love it though. It kind of it like give you something to look forward to, because you're doing it for a reason. Like, man, I'm gonna eat right, and I'm gonna make this weight. And I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it the best way I can.
Okay, so to spin off that, to the best of your ability, right? You have your first, you know, your debut coming up within the next, you know, ideally month or so, a couple months. Give us your daily regimen, right? What does it look like from start to finish, right? To the best of your ability, give us an ideal of, right, I'm not a pro fighter, I'm not at the gym. What does it look like? To the kid watching you that's from Bartow and say, yo, I remember him, yeah. Oh, I see him here and there. What does it take to be a pro fighter, right? What does your day-to-day look like as you're preparing for that first pro fight?
Day-to-day is, like I say, grind. Get up at 6, go to the gym, get strength and conditioning, go home, eat a little bit, take a nap, go for a run. Then we back at the gym at 6:30 p.m.
That's real.
So training twice a day, running twice a day sometimes. You know, it's a daily grind, especially when you're in camp. You know, it's boxing. Coach got boxing on the TV. Shout out to Coach Marco. You know, he's been a big help to my life. You know, he let me come stay with him and just living the boxing life. Like, it's a dream come true, man. Even now, you know, and I ain't even got where I want to get to, and it's amazing.
So you got people around you that are making sure you're locked in, man.
Yeah.
And I know you came from, you know, from one boxing gym, and you're now at Winter Haven Boxing. Talk about what it's like, because you're in a space to where you were the guy, right? You were the fighter that they, you know, invested in. You were the top guy at that gym. Talk about the impact that it's been, you know, transitioning to Winter Haven, where now you got a world-class fighter. You got another, you have these pro fighters, right? Talk about that pivot and what that helped you, you know, really adapt and adjust to it as far as your game.
Yeah, so what I like about that is I needed that again. I needed that feeling to where when I first started boxing, where you come into a boxing gym and you kind of jittery, you knew, and I needed that feeling again. And Winter Haven gave me that feeling again.
That's real.
To where like I felt like I was at square one. Like I needed to prove myself again,
That's dope.
and I needed that to light that fire because like I said, I was getting complacent where I was at, and you know it wasn't gonna end well. So I'm happy I'm over here.
And that's dope. And then you got guys that you can see that they're pro fighters.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So they're doing something.
And I'm around, like you say, other good fighters who push me and we push each other. So you have no choice but to be, you know, one of the best or, you know, the best at what you do.
So my question is, but like you're at Winter Haven Boxing now, but give us the good about your first gym because obviously it started you won your world champion, you won your national championship there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So give me the good about like over at Aguilar's Boxing Gym and like what did they do for you and how did they help you get to where you're at right now?
So Aguilar is a great coach, great gym. Produced great amateur fighters, you know, great environment, great people, great person. You know,
What kind of coach is he?
he's a great coach. Aguilar is a great coach. I think just from what I needed, you know, I couldn't get that and where I was at. So I had to go and you know, find better, you know. There's just nothing wrong with that, you know, it's part of life.
Okay, so again, give me the game, man. Y'all the pro fighters. You know, I'm an ex-hooper, one-time hooper, right? So I know the jitters and the nerves that I felt approaching a basketball game, right? Butterfly, stomach, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be the best. I'm trying to go score 30, do this, that, and the third. Bro, what is the feeling like approaching the fight, right? Again, win, lose, or draw, you're on a stage where this could be embarrassing potentially, right? You're going you prep, but you know that the guy in front of you, he's prepping and training as well. So what is that feeling like approaching a fight, whether it be, you know, the Golden Glove tournament, the state tournaments, your pro fight? What is that feeling like approaching a fight? In comparison to basketball, maybe.
Yeah, the feeling, I done played both, and the feeling is very different. Yeah, you still get them nerves, but the nerves for boxing is just a bit different. Like I say, you going to fight.
Yeah.
You know, regardless if it's a sport or whatever, it's still a fight at the end of the day.
That's a fact, man.
You know, so yeah, man, you nervous, you know, and not nervous where you scared because you know you put in the work, but nervous where like you just want to perform good. You want to show people that, man, hard work pays off. Sure. You want to show the guy like, hey man, I'm that guy, and you gonna have to show me.
Man, let them boys know about how you gotta really know you a big dog, right? When you like, imagine, right? You get in front of another killer, you feel me?
Yeah.
And he think he better than you think you better than him, and you gotta really look at him like, bro, I'm really that dude. Like, I'm not like in basketball, like it's like playing 1-on-1. Like I'm really that dude every time I step on the floor. Like you gotta give that same energy in the boxing world. Like you can't, what's up? You feel me? At all times, you feel me? What's up?
For real, bro.
And it's a wild thing because in basketball, right? You know, we talk trash and we'll do this and that, but in boxing, that talking trash is real. Like, it's hands now.
Yes.
You feel me? It's hands now. So I definitely understand where you're coming from when you're talking about that, man. For sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you just want to perform good. Like I say, my nerves come from, man, I just want to show the world, like, man, like, I'm that guy. You know what I'm saying? So. And in boxing, ain't no better place than to show that.
So what type of person are you? I mean, are you the party guy? Are you guy? I mean, no, listen, you got to be one of them now, because you can't say you don't do nothing. Are you the party guy? Are you like to talk to girls? You like to shop? Like you like to go? You like to eat good? Yeah, you feel me?
Like you trying to set me up.
Yeah. Come on, man. You gotta have one of them, bro. You gotta have one of those things, bro. So like, do you party?
No, I'm party.
Okay, do you go shopping? You go shopping and you like to go out? You like to eat good?
I like to eat good.
Okay, that's real. So
I don't really shop. I like to eat, like I say.
Okay.
I don't really party. I don't drink or smoke.
Okay.
You know, all that can wait. You know.
Okay.
I'm grinding right now, man.
Yeah. So in closing, man, thank you guys for tuning in, man. Please follow this young up-and-coming superstar, Benjamin Smith Jr., man, on all platforms. Please like, please share, please comment, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, to the Instagram, to all the social media platforms of not only us, but young Benjamin Smith Jr., man. He's going to be big time. 100%. He's locked in. His mind is in the right place, man. And Boat Club Podcast, please tap in The K is for keep going. The K is also for kings. Love. We appreciate you guys. My guy.
Yes, sir.
Money,
Appreciate
bro.
you, man.
You're dope, bro.
Yes, sir.
You're dope.
Appreciate it,
You're one of
bro.
the ones. You're dope. B.
Every time,
Every time,
baby.
bro. Love,
Yes, sir.
man.
Appreciate
Every
y'all,
time, no
bro.
problem.
Follow
no
this
problem.
young guy, man. I'm telling you right now. Energy speaks. You cannot fake it, man. You feel it when you're around him. You feel it immediately when you're around him, man. Follow the guy, man. We're tapped in. Peace.